happened to fall in a really critical moment for deadline, and priorities took over, but she was still able to go, and that was really nice. So I look forward to, I guess, finding out the results of what everybody's brainstorming session, kind of ended in. So I think the general consensus was the Civic Theater should be what it's always been. There's a certain expectation of the kind of shows that they're going to put on, and what the Riley Center is going to do is going to be a different thing. Well, there's room in this town for more than one entertainment venue. Oh, absolutely. So. Yeah, absolutely. But the good news to me is that they're brainstorming. Anytime you ask people their input, it's because you're trying to find out, which means you're going to make some changes. So that's always a really good thing. And I appreciated, of course, them involving us. I thought that was really nice that our input mattered to them.
You have insight into a lot of different things because we'll all be in a magazine covering a specific area.
Sure. Yeah, that was really nice. So we're super excited about the June issue. I wish I had one in my hand to show you, but the cover is gorgeous. In fact, if you go onto Facebook and you just search Ocala Magazine, our Facebook page will pop up, and we have already posted the cover, so you're able to see that before it comes out.
Let me look.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. So it's a really fun story behind the cover. And you'll read about it in the June issue. But to kind of go ahead and just give you a little glimpse into what that story is about. So my parents went to Savannah several weeks ago for their anniversary, and happened into this little art gallery. And the moment that my mom walked in, she saw this huge painting on this easel, and it was very, very white except for little pops of color. And she saw it and just said out loud to my father, "Oh my gosh, this painting is so Kelli." And when she said that,
that should be the title of your book.
That's so Kelli.
Yeah,
yeah, it should. She says this, and my dad starts to walk over, and then this gentleman from behind the counter stands up and walks over, and my mom thought perhaps he was a clerk, just someone kind of helping run the art gallery.
Right.
And when he came over, they sparked up a conversation, and it ended up being the artist who created the painting.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Which was really interesting. I mean, I've never wandered into an art gallery and thought I was really anticipated meeting the actual artist. You presume these people paint and then they're just off enjoying life on some island or somewhere. But he was there, so he introduced himself to my parents. His name is Vincent Golshani. And long story short, he ended up giving me a phone call with my parents there.
Oh, really?
And explained that he had my parents in the art gallery, and they saw this painting, and my mom just fell in love with the painting. She automatically thought that it was me.
Was she going to buy it?
And he was going to give it to her. Give it to my parents to bring home to me as a surprise, which I was like, this is too good to be true. I knew, what's the catch? Is this a timeshare gig? Like, what's really going on with this? Because nothing like that happens for me. So they ended up
a timeshare gig.
Yeah, so they ended up delivering from Savannah. They ended up delivering this painting to Ocala about 7 days later, and I actually had posted it on Facebook. It's a huge painting. It's called Hibiscus by the Pool, and it is absolutely stunning and remarkable. And along with the painting came a hardcover book that was a collection of his artwork, and so it really got me inspired. Of course, I love art, so it got me inspired. So what we ended up doing was, we proposed to local salons to come into Ocala Magazine and look through the book and pick out a piece of art that they liked, that spoke to them, and then recreate that piece of art onto a live model. And we had 7 salons participate. Each one came in and went through the book and picked the piece of artwork of Vincent's that they liked. And then we gave them, I think it was almost a month. They had to kind of get their ducks in a row and prep and plan and do what needed to be done. And then they all came in independent of one another, so they couldn't see each other's work.
Right.
And we photographed them, and that is also
it's a model. So the cover model, because I'm looking at it right now.
The cover model
is... So let me show that on the streaming thing right here.
Sure.
Or there it is. Now, who is Yellow Lips? I got the right one?
Yellow Lips, right.
Okay.
So Austin James Hair Studio was the one who created that model based off of one of Vincent's paintings. And so we took everybody's pictures. If you scroll down a little ways, what we did is we put the photos that you'll see in the June issue side by side next to the actual piece of artwork that they chose.
Okay.
So that people can not only see it, but throughout the month of June, people can vote on which salon they think did the best work. Which salon they feel really best represented Vincent's artwork through their model. And so they'll be battling it out all month to try and get the most likes so that they can win people's choice. And then we'll announce that, of course, in our July issue. But it was so fun for us to not only just, photograph and be involved in the process, but we had no idea what these salons were thinking when they looked at the art. I mean, it's like if I look at a piece of artwork. Are you any
of these models, by the way?
No. If you look at a piece of art, everybody, I mean, if you and I are both looking at the same thing, we're going to interpret it so differently. And so it was so much fun to see what, how inspired these salons were by this artwork and what they saw when they looked at it. And, we even got an opportunity to ask each one of them,
So which one of these paintings is the one that started this whole thing? The one...
Well, one of Envy Salon chose the piece of art that I actually was given by him. It's Hibiscus by the Pool. It's a white, rectangular painting. It's mostly white, and then it has, very colorful flowers.
Okay.
All right. Did you see it on there?
Envy Salon, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so a girl.
And their girl is, basically all white, painted white.
Let me download that picture and put it on
here. Some colorful facial makeup.
Yeah, okay. I'm on the right one.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was just so much fun. That's when I contacted him and I said, I've got this idea and I want to just make sure that, you're okay with us reproducing your artwork and you're okay with us using it for this project. And he was, of course, more than thrilled because he thought it was almost like contagious art. His art is now creating more art, and then the salon's art is now in our book, which is
which helps everyone. It's a win-win for everybody, right?
And so they had so much fun, and it was really fun with the salons. After they were all done, they were so excited not only to see their photo, but they had no clue what the other salons had done.
Oh, really? That is fun.
Or what artwork they had even chosen.
How long was this project in the works?
I would say roughly a month. It took us a month to kind of make the announcement, line up the salons.
That was a wonderful idea.
And then do the photography. So it was really just a really fun project, and there's been so much excitement on Facebook. I know the first day that we posted it, at the end of the day, and we probably posted it midday, there was like 13 or 14,000 reaches, people that it reached, and now I think it's over 20 or 30,000 people. So they're sharing it, they're excited, and they should be. Their work is phenomenal. I mean, they put a lot of work into, you can tell by looking at
So I just put the picture up there that started this whole thing.
Okay.
And then tell me again the title of the picture.
It's Hibiscus by the Pool.
By the pool.
Yes.
There's no pool in the picture.
No.
Okay. And so the bottom part is the painting, and the top part is the model
from Envy. Yes.
Who's been painted to be inspired by the painting.
She basically is a representation of Envy's interpretation of what Hibiscus by the Pool looks like to them.
It looks like who's the singer of that? She looks like one of the singers.
I don't know her. I don't know her name off the top of my head. I have it all, of course, at my desk. But so we want to thank all of those salons, and we want to encourage. If you don't like us on Facebook, these are the types of things that we post all the time: contests, announcements, questions of the day, trivia, fun facts, things of that nature. Right. But projects like this are probably the most fun thing that we're able to share. So like us. Go right now during the break and look at all these photos.
And during the break, I'll put more of the photos up here so I can share them on the streaming video. All right, we'll be right back with Kelli Hart. This is Ocala Magazine Radio, and the June issue has all of the things we've been talking about so far today. So we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. Sunny to partly cloudy today with an afternoon and early evening thunderstorm. High of 89 to 94. Partly cloudy later tonight, a low of 71 to 76. Tomorrow there'll be some sunshine, another afternoon thunderstorm, a high of 90 to 93. Partly sunny, an afternoon thunderstorm again for Sunday with a high of 89 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Maggie Johnson.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
If you want to avoid getting ripped off and put more money in your pocket, then join me, Clark Howard, every weeknight at 6, right here on WOCA, The Source.
We are The Source, WOCA.
All right, 19 minutes after 10 o'clock, let's return to Kelli Hart, Ocala Magazine Radio. And Kelly's been talking to us about the feature in the June, right?
Yes, in the June issue, yes.
And what is the title of the feature?
It's called Tangled in Art.
Tangled in Art, okay.
Yes.
And let me show the cover again. There's the cover. And now I downloaded the pictures that you put on Facebook.
Okay.
All right, so I'll tell you what they are, and you tell me a little bit about it. The first one is it's mostly blue. The girl's got blue hair.
Okay, so that was Fringe Salon. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to just basically, and that's why she's not covered in clothing or anything else. It's really focusing on her hair because their interpretation was nature and freedom, and the freedom to express yourself without being kind of bogged down with accessories and clothing. And so it really focused specifically on the hair.
Is the tattoo real, or is that?
It is real, yes.
So she's had that all along?
Yes.
Okay. So that kind of worked with the picture too. So now in the background of her, I noticed there's like some of that blue kind of, is that something you guys just decided to do?
No.
Was it you guys who did the photographer?
We took the photos, yeah. Chris Red took the photos. But what we did was we really kind of kept the integrity of what the salons chose to do. So other than maybe if there was like a stray hair or something, distracting from the photo, we left things as they were. So they brought in tulle and kind of placed it on, just to kind of represent the thicker, heavier colors of the painting. So
now the next painting and girl is looks like a mountainscape, like a purple mountain. Looks almost like big human lips.
Okay.
With like dark clouds just over it, and the girl's got a lot of purple in her hair. You see the girl all the way from her thighs to the top of her head.
Kind of mermaid looking.
Real pretty, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her nails up on her cheek.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So that's the Properties Salon, and it was so funny when they came in. They told me that they had done so many trial runs. It started off with, I think, the idea of dreadlocks kind of like to the floor.
Oh, really?
And then that didn't work. And there was all these different things they tried to do, and, some braids and stuff like that. So, we were really happy with the way that turned out, just because, I don't know, there's something about her. I don't know if it's if it's just her profile, the way she's standing, her posture, I'm not really sure, but she's just beautiful.
Something
like overall,
about
she's
it,
very
yeah.
stunning.
Oh,
yes,
that is a stunning
definitely
photograph.
captures
yes.
your attention.
Yes. The next one is let's see. There's a man and a woman. The guy's got a big beard, and the picture is mostly yellow.
Okay, that's Texture
Okay.
Hair Studio. That one is a little bit more edgy, which we really liked. I like that they took the all the colors from the piece of art, and there's the little pop of yellow, and then she incorporated that in their hair, and just the way that the two models were positioned, to me, was kind of part of the intrigue of their photo and
Very
what
nice,
they did
yeah.
overall. So
That's a great idea.
that was it was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a great idea.
All right, next one is,
Okay.
let's see, this has got 3 people in it. One looks like a young boy.
Okay, that's
am I
Austin
right?
James Hair. Yep,
Okay.
that's where our cover model, we took more than one photo, obviously, of all of these salons, knowing that ultimately one of them would be our cover model. And we weren't sure at the time, and we never really know until we really start to go through them and decide what makes sense, what ties in best with the story, lighting, and those types of things. So we took some single photos of the girl in the middle, the taller girl.
Right.
And she, of course, ended up being on our cover. But what I liked about that was their whole concept was, we all are faced with adversity, and we go through trials, but we should make lemonade out of lemons.
Are these oil paintings
So-
or is this pastel? What is this? The
Yes.
medium?
Well, mine is acrylic.
Okay.
So I'm not sure exactly what he uses for all of his, but
Is that his
because
signature?
I've only seen these in picture. Only mine have I actually seen in real
Oh, I
life.
see.
So.
I see. Is that his signature, the little face?
Yeah, so he has
Okay.
a little pink mask that was given to him by, oh my gosh, it just totally slipped my mind. But anyways, a very famous artist, I don't know, maybe it'll just come to me, gave him this pink mask, like an actual tangible mask, years ago, and that just kind of became his signature.
Oh,
so,
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and fun.
So the next one is Lady in Red. I can't decide if she's painted or wearing a dress.
Salon Bliss.
Yeah, okay.
So in their painting, what they saw was almost like a kingdom. They saw a queen stationed very close to a king, and they felt like the queen was kind of like the power player in that particular piece of artwork. And so
What's she holding?
they created, it's a big diamond, like a gemstone kind of a thing. And so they positioned their model to look like Her Royal Highness, like a very powerful
She looks
queen.
like somebody you don't want to mess with.
She does look serious, right? That's what you call fierce, I guess.
Is she a model in some of the other photos? No, she's...
Each salon brought their own. They provided their own models.
Really? What's her name? Do you know?
I don't.
She looks familiar.
I don't.
The next one is the last one, but you have more in the magazine than these, right? Or is this?
There's 7 in the magazine, and there
okay.
should be 7 here.
So is this? This one is like a palm tree as in the painting, and looks like the girl is also the palm tree.
Right. So that's the name of that art is Palm. That's the name of it. And that was Planet Cosmos Salon. And so they basically created their model's hair to look like the black portion of the painting, which is the silhouette of the palm tree.
Right.
And then chose the colors. I guess I'm assuming it's latex. I'm not sure. Maybe it's acrylic.
They
paint.
used it's like they braided the middle part of her hair to be like the trunk.
Right,
of the
the trunk of the tree.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's clever. Wow.
Yeah. Very interesting. I mean, it was so much fun when they walked in because then we were, it was revealed to us for the first time. We didn't make them submit any type of photos that, and we gave them really no guidelines other than just be here and show up, and give us permission to publish your photos and your work. And so the fact that they just
very congratulations on coming up with a creative original idea.
Thank you.
I mean, it's really a good idea.
Thank you.
I imagine other people are going to now copycat that, and you'll
I
see
wouldn't
others
be
do that.
surprised.
Yeah,
well,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm always flattered when someone says, "Hey, I like what Kelly did. That was a great idea. I'm going to do it." I look at it as, I guess, a compliment.
It is.
But
What are
yeah.
you going to do? People
What are you gonna do?
You will see that elsewhere.
What are you going to do? Right.
That is a very good. See,
it's
that's the
flattery.
artist in you.
It's flattery. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, all the salons are on board. They've been so grateful and thankful. They work so hard.
Is your mom an artist or your dad? Are they artists?
My mom's
Or artsy?
art. My mom's art is home decor. She really missed
She's
her
artsy.
calling when it comes to interior design. I mean, she could have.
She can still hear the calling. She's not dead yet.
Yeah, you're right. She could still hear the calling. I mean, she's just brilliant when it comes to that. So, So I guess she's artsy in her own way. I guess we're all artsy in our own way.
Let me ask you this. And this is kind of an off question, just about you mostly. What inspires you to venture into something exciting as far as art goes? I mean, what is it? Being alone? Is it listening to music? Is it watching a movie? Is it looking at other art? What actually triggers you so that you get into that mode? Because whatever happened to you to have that idea, in this case, it was the painting.
Right.
But there was nothing about the painting that said, let's do models painted the same way.
Right. This idea, I was just inspired. I wanted to be able to, I guess, share. I was so excited when I got the painting and the whole story behind how I got that painting. And I wanted to be able to share that and use the magazine as the vehicle to do that. Well, I can't just write a story, hey, my parents found this painting for me. And that's really not the story. That's just really kind of the inspiration behind the project.
That's how we understand what happened.
How can I share this remarkable artist with Ocala, being that he's not local? All of our stories have some local tie. And I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll make it local by getting local salons involved in recreating this brilliant artist's work.
It's really a marvelous idea you came up with.
And thank you. Thanks. We had so much fun. I mean, Chris had fun, shooting it, and Phil, of course, had a good time laying it out, although it was really hard for him to... We didn't want to crop the photos, and he had to put in some quotes, and he had to put in
When you went to the salons to present the idea to them, I mean, you must have inspired them, and then the first thing they're thinking is, who can we get to be the model? And they all found some really fabulous models.
Right. So. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, they put in some hard work. They definitely utilized all of the time that they had for planning to do so. And I really could not be more happy with the outcome. And then when you get the June issue and you open it up, you'll see these photos. But you'll also, of course, again, see the original work of art. But then you'll see quotes from the salons that basically spell out what inspired them.
You've done some wonderful pieces. This one gets an award. This one gets an award.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Tell Linda.
Yeah, I hope she's listening.
Go to BJ Trophies. We need one.
Absolutely.
You need one for this one.
And listen, the June issue is so awesome. There'll be so much more to talk about. Happy Donut Day. I brought you a donut, by the way, Larry.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I brought you a donut.
It's also National Repeat Day.
Well, then I'll bring you in one tomorrow.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you so much. Everyone have a great weekend.
I don't care about no rockin' jive. Just wanna be your man tonight. Oh, Cali, baby, what makes you